Okay. It is Sunday, May 28th, 2017, 1:13 p.m. here in Chicago, Illinois. It's William here, working on Manifold Garden. I'm sure you already knew that. Now, let me just take a second and post on Twitter. Let everyone know that we're now live. Master Hard Rock. Hello. How are you doing today? All right, let's get to work. So it is Memorial Day here in the U.S. If you have any special plans, oh, I have a hotkey. It's just it's F1. Hey, Zemeth. Welcome. First time here. I'm glad you're finally able to catch it. Vital Furious. Oh, okay, yeah, I recognize her name. Yeah, I don't. You are watching on the correct YouTube channel, right? I did for a while. I had I like made another YouTube channel to be more as like a studio channel, and then in the end I decided to just use my personal channel. But yeah, I'm posting them all there, separating out. So the playlist is going to be dev streams. It's going to be, yeah. So I'm going to organize it by month. I need at some point I need to get around to uploading all of them. Hey, Vital Winter, and yes, I am using ProGrids. You can see that here. It's a very old version though. Oh, and by the way, I am going to be doing this new show on Saturdays at, well, here are the times. Basically, every Saturday I'm going to be playing old builds of Manifold Garden. We're going to start from kind of the very beginning, 2012, and like, you know, look at a few of them. You know, I want to be super in depth with each build, talk about, you know, what I was thinking at the time, how ideas evolve. So if you're interested in kind of how the design of the game changed over the course of 4 or 5 years, this will be a good one. And I figured I was originally going to do like a marathon stream and go through all of them in 12 hours, but I think doing it weekly is going to be much better. And that way, if you miss a show, you know, if you're not available that day, it's not like you missed the whole thing. And also, you don't have to sit for 12 hours, right? You can just kind of tune in. We'll do like 90 minutes each time. And I'll go back into dev streaming after, but at least for the duration of that, it'll be cool to kind of go through all these old ones. And it'll be easier to archive it to YouTube. Oh, weird. Hey, Tears. Oh, you know what? I should just make that a command. Unfolding. Hey, Dual Jifao? I don't know what that means. Do you get weird rotation if I try and spin builder? I don't really spin them. Yeah, I actually, the cubes, there's, yes, yeah, you do, I do get weird rotation, you know, but it's been a long time. I don't spin the cube itself, I spin the render on the inside. Hey, Sickaroo. How's it going? Sickaro. Yeah, it's been so long since I've done that though. I'm to be quite honest not sure whether the problem was a pro builder or a Unity issue. The game world is hand built indeed, yes. Caught me in the act. Yeah, no, I switched it to another one. So there is you can go to, if you go to youtube.com/William Cheer Studio. I thought it makes sense, but yeah, so there's a few videos there. But yeah. Game is not yet released. No. This is now an emotional check-in. I am doing well. Yeah. Took a few days off. How many levels? Like, I mean, how many levels have I built since the beginning? Probably hundreds. How many are currently good? I don't know. I'm on Unity Pro, not Plus. A lot of people think I'm using free because I think because of the light color scheme, but that's I just prefer that over the dark scheme. There are a few places that are like Kowloon World City, yes, indeed. Well, I mean, I'm the one staring at it for several hours a day. Like the custom splash screen. I'm mostly grandfathered into that, because you know I had a perpetual license for a long time. I mean, for me, it's a business expense, so it's not. Hello, Adamson and Cornerload. How long? We're getting really close. I do have a roommate. My game seems to have a tad more quality. You mean compared to my roommates? Well, I mean they're very different games. You know, it's not. He's been working on it for several years as well, not full time. But yeah, no, it's a very different game. I mean, it's incredibly polished. That stuff is it's very hard to do well. There's also a much smaller scope. For my game, not an official one. I did an alpha testing, and some time ago, and the build got pirated, which was not cool. So yeah, that kind of sucks. I've seen some YouTubers play it. Will there be a procedural mode? Not really. Yeah, we're gonna start. Yeah, it wasn't supposed to go. And I mean the game doesn't really work well for like early public beta, public alpha, you know, because there's it's a single player puzzle game, right? It's not and it's not procedurally generated. It's not linear, but it is. It has to be very carefully designed. It's like Ribbon. You know, the whole game is one giant puzzle, so I can't. When you play it early, it does sort of ruin it. The intended experience is to kind of play the whole thing all at once. Yeah, this has some demos. I'm not gonna jump into it now just because going into play mode is actually it takes a lot of time. The level needs to get optimized, but the video I just linked to has I just posted the wrong command. Oh, you know what? Now that I remember, hold on. One of the things I wanted to do was install SketchUp. Hello, Dr. Robotnik. Yeah, we got quite a few of them. Hey, Ray March. Yes. Yeah, making some good progress. So anyway, yesterday someone pointed out that there's a lot of architectural models on SketchUp Warehouse, and that I was like, hey, you know, I should take the time to play through let me just get SketchUp set up. I was thinking that might be a better way of looking at some of this architecture instead of just looking at pictures. Ah, yes, perfect. All right, so this is the Darwin Martin house. I have no idea how to move around. How do you... Ay. Does oh man, their thing is so... Why doesn't this just have a... Oh God, I haven't... Oh man, I have no idea how to do this. Okay, here we go. There's a... And they have some really... Oh, there we go. Hey guys. You would guess that making a real house work might be good practice. Maybe. I mean, this making. I mean, video game levels are ultimately very, very different than real houses. They're not. Don't really have the same concerns at all. Oh, yeah. This is a Frank Lloyd Wright building that I didn't build it. Just. Oh, actually, I guess he does have glass. You can take it out. Huh. Though they're missing all the interior details. So it looks like it's mostly just the exterior, but how often do I stream? Whenever I'm working, so it, you know, I have my regular schedule, but that's more as like that's more times when I will be there for sure. Otherwise, it ends up being about, I think, like 6 hours a day. Every day. Yeah, my work schedule is I work like I work about 6 hours a day every day at least in terms of actual development. Now I do spend more time doing like marketing, business stuff, but in terms of just actual like in front of a computer with Unity open, that's about it's about 6 hours a day for me. All right. Thank you, M Dude, and hello, M Dude's cat. Will those pictures of levels be in the game? Not sure what you mean. I mean, they're all screenshots from the game. So we discovered this new tool. Let's not really what else. Let's see what else they have. This is actually a really interesting way of studying architecture. This is so much better than just looking at pictures. You don't quite get the... This is pretty neat. This is SketchUp. Oh man, look at the details on this. Oh, that's interesting. I never realized that's what they look like until now. You see, those are some great... These are some fantastic columns. And, you know, as a matter of fact, I am going to steal them. I mean, it always, these things always end up looking totally different, right? I'm gonna have to move some of this stuff over. No, I do. I like this Jim Jarmusch quote. How do you spell his name? Oh, I was right. I like this. You know, nothing is original. Steal from anywhere that resonates with inspiration or fuels your imagination. Authenticity is invaluable. Originality is non-existent. It's not where you take things from, it's where you take them to. That's what a thief says. I mean, I don't really think of it like that. It's not, I think of it, I forget who said the quote, but you know, it's, you know, when you start off, you are trying to copy someone else's style. But it's always hard to replicate exactly what they create, right? And So, but in your failing to recreate that thing, you end up making something original, which or making something that's your own. So I think that's always resonated with me. I forget who said that. It's like in our failings to, I don't know, who said that? Oh, I forget who said it. Oh, asset flipping's a different thing. Though there's nothing technically, there's nothing wrong with asset flipping, right? I mean, those assets are, that's what they're there for. Like the guy that made the assets was like, here, use it in your game. So right, it's more just it's not the most interesting or inspiring creative work, but certainly nothing wrong with the old asset flip. You know what I mean is like, yeah, I might, sure, I'm just replicating this thing in the game now, but it's gonna end up going through all these changes. The final piece is gonna look completely different, so that's why I'm not so worried about it. Which GIF? Oh, you guys are talking now. Man, this Transistor soundtrack is awesome. La 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 la. It's true, assets are meant to be flipped, my friends. Wait. You made Mario? Oh, yo, that's awesome. Wow. That's pretty cool, man. Hey, let me get some tea. I'll be right back. How much is it? What is it gonna take for me to be the main character? Am I still listening to the Transistor soundtrack? Huh. I've actually never played the game. Wow, the game's looking really good. I remember some of the earlier screenshots you posted. It's come a long way. Oh man, it is raining. Can you guys hear that? Yeah. He's just got beans in a big box and he's shaking them. We need to move this back. Actually, my roommate isn't even awake yet. He's still sleeping. Yeah, except he's usually asleep or at work. Yeah, that's whenever he gets annoyed, he does the train noises. My bro? Yeah, I don't. You know what? Not a big fan of this little. Oh, Rob the Swan. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. So as you can see, it ends up looking very different, right? Yeah. Hello, 1000H and small fry. Oh, you talking about you talking about Ray March's game? Hmm. This song gets a little, this soundtrack gets a little too sappy. Let's listen to some Stardew Valley. Oh yeah, it's from it's what's that game? Transistor. Yep. It's actually a TI-83 exclusive. Do they still use TI-83s in school? Hey, Folk and Baldridge. Yeah, that's pretty cool, huh? Alright, well, I'm a big fan of this column. Let's go ahead and, though I do think that this can be just a little bit bigger. What are the, yeah, what blue lines are you talking about? Oh, those? That's for the portals. That's actually an outdated system. I need to change it. It's like how, when the level gets loaded. That's already making it much, this is already making the level much more interesting, huh? Hey, funny guy. You know, let's get a shout out for funny guy. 770 is another indie game dev streamer currently working on 40. How is everything going with you, my man? Yeah, well, not, I've got some images that are not, like, see, this one is not symmetrical, so I've just been using Photoshop. But yeah, no, for sure it is very, very useful. Cool question for you. I've got seamless portals working, but I can't seem to figure out how to keep what's being shown in the portal loaded at all times. It depends on, there's a number of ways to do it. It depends on how you're doing level loading, to be honest. I've not played Stardew Valley. I do not play a whole lot of games. Oh. I'm just gonna take a quick 5-minute break. I'll be right back. But yeah, okay, it really it depends on how your level is set up. You know, a trick is just to like create a fake version of the area behind the portal. You know, like it would be going to somewhere else, but you would just fake it. So it's not that whole area. You can keep it loaded the whole time, but it really depends on how you're doing your level loading and your gameplay. Nobody understands Quaternions. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. Hey, thanks for that, Deadly Sandwich. Mic was off. Right, I just want to make a quick announcement, which is that starting with this upcoming Saturday, I'm going to do a weekly show where we look at the evolution of the game. So I'm going to be playing through old builds of Manifold Garden. And hello, Skyway Interactive. So yeah, I have old builds going back to I think this is probably one of the earliest here, at least on PC, back to April 2013. So we'll be kind of taking a look at these early builds, and I'll talk about sort of what was on my mind when I was, when I was designing it, kind of, and how things changed over time. You can see this was pre-Pro Builder, so things were not lighting up. This is one single point light lighting up the room. So we'll talk about kind of how the game evolved. To what it is now. So yeah, if you're interested in game development, should be fun. And hello, Hassam Shar, welcome back. Yeah, I think like shampoo, conditioner, that whole thing is a scam. You use conditioner because the shampoo takes. You use conditioner to add back oil because the shampoo takes it all away. So yeah, that's gonna be every Saturday, which I think should be kind of fun. That's looking good. Actually, you know what? Now I think is a good time to look at it. This is an old version of the of this area, this old column, and now look at it now. Look at just how much better this looks. Right. It's like you versus the guy she tells you not to worry about. Over $20, less than 50. Well, it's you can change gravity, and this is this one is inspired by Falling Water, where they've got this there's an area where you can see the waterfall. So you can see that. There's like this room in the living room that sort of just goes down. Actually, you know what? Let's get. This is our. So we discovered that a really cool way to look at Frank Lloyd Wright architecture is just getting the models off of SketchUp. Weird, I can't see the lines, but so yeah, like he's got the so this is actually where the waterfall is. So the waterfall is kind of the stream is here, and it's got this really cool feature where you can basically from the living room go down and take a look at it. So you can see that they've got this. Actually, this is not such a good model. This is much better. Okay, this sucks too. Man, there are no good... Okay, you know what? I think this one is much better. Let's take a look at this. Season pass? There's no season pass. Unfortunately. You can just buy lots of copies of Manifold Garden. Ah, there we go. Okay, so yeah. So here, this is what I wanted to show you. This is actually a pretty decent model. So you can see he's got this so it was inspired by this feature that Falling Water has, where in the living room you can look down and see the stream beneath you. Like, you can just open this up and go down and look at the water. Really like that. So yeah, it's going to be, the game is going to be $20. It's a $20 game. I don't know if like, you know, we'll have something like a Manifold Garden art book to go along with that. It's hard to have this adjustable price, and I think with indie games, you know, a lot of it is not just about what I think the game is worth, but also what the market thinks the game is worth, right? So it's gonna be, well, obviously less than 60, because you can only do 60 if you're a AAA game. I think 40 for maybe like super high-end indie games with big following. And I'm talking about like Cities Skyline, that kind of stuff. You know, The Witness. I think like indie games that already have this huge following and are fairly established, they can do $40. $30 is kind of a weird price point. Don't see too many games. Soma did it. But they also 30, 40 is kind of, I would say, more or less the same. Which leaves, okay, so we're looking at like 25 and below. Well, I think Manifold Garden is definitely worth more than $5. Being a 3D game, I'd say, you know, a 3D game and 6 to 8 hours playtime for your first playthrough, and 20 or more if you want to be a completionist. I think that's definitely above $10. So we have our three choices are 15, 20, 25. I'm not super confident in 25. I think you can do 25 if you've got a lot of hype going in. Not saying I don't, but it's not, you know, Super Hot did 25, and I think that worked. That was fine for them. Because, you know, everybody's talking about Super Hot, and that's a game where you get to shoot people in slow motion. Like the mechanics communicate very well in GIFs and in video form. So, and people still complain about their price because I think it was like $25 and 2 hours of gameplay. I don't think length is important for price, but that's but of course that's a lot of consumers equate that equate play length with value. So I don't think I can do 25. So it really comes until, okay, like 15 and 20. Well, you know, I think I see a lot of similar games doing, you know, it's 3D. I think it's on par with Firewatch and Antichamber, Portal 2, and those all... Length doesn't matter when it comes to games. Actually, length doesn't matter. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to drop that. Stuff is being recorded live. Stuff is being recorded for the internet. It's gonna be here forever. So, yeah. What was I saying? Yeah. So between 15 and 20, I think it's more of a $20 game than 15. You know, and I think for me, $20 conveys like the value that this game will have. So yeah, I think $20 is a good price. I think it's doable. I think it's, you know, I don't want people to think about the price when they're buying. I don't want to be like, oh, you know, I don't want the price to be a story. And you know, with $20, I need to sell about 35,000 copies of the game to break even, and that's something that I feel pretty confident in doing. My joke, you versus the guy she told you not to worry about. Man, this is a great shot, isn't it? 35. Well, yeah, but I've been paying other people, right? I've had, it's not, you don't just factor in the expense, right? We're talking about, sure, it's like, yeah, I would only need 80,000 to break even, but that's not what breaking even means. We're talking about the opportunity costs, like basically around 35,000 units. I can back pay myself about 50,000 a year, which is not great, but not bad, right? Considering that if you're a junior programmer at a game studio, the average salary is about 72,000 a year, right? So it's not you don't just count the money that you spent. So it's 35,000 units is what, right? It's like with 35,000 units, I will pay back Indie Fund, and there's a principal on top of that. And I've taken out some additional loans. So yeah, I mean, even if it fails, it wouldn't be a waste of my time. But just more that from a financial standpoint, that is what I think I would consider a reasonable success. It's like, well, I didn't make a whole lot of money, but I made enough that financially this was sort of justified, and it puts me in a good spot. Right. An idea? Not make another game. Whatever I need a break is... So yeah, so anyway, in indie game development, it's hard. It's hard, man. This is, which is why it hurts sometimes when and you're not gonna, people have a right to have opinions, but it's always hard when people are dismissive of your work. You're like, yeah, I'll buy it when it's free, what are you gonna do? No, I mean that makes no sense at all. That's just what it's just what you see sometimes on Steam. These rooms down here are super ugly. I need to get rid of this. It depends. I mean, there's a bunch of things that I want to do. I think the average average sales rate for Steam is 4,000. I think the Steam Spies guy, that average units is closer to 4,000. Granted, to be fair, a lot of these games, Median indie game sales in April 2015, 5,400 copies. Dropped to 2,800 in April 2016. Well, that's in 1 month, but that's in 2015. It's not wrong, but 2015 was a long time ago. You know, in 2015 it was like maybe 40 games a week. Now it's like 40 games a day. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's like a bunch of things I want to do as well that I haven't had a chance to do in the last 5 years. You know, I haven't taken a vacation, like a real one. You know, all the traveling has been for work, so I'd love to do that. I'd love to just go someplace for fun. Yeah, I talked about this the other day. It's like I want to get really good at. I want to practice manual transmission driving. I want to get a car and do that. I want to go camping. My balloon days are way behind. Yeah, you wanna you wanna get on that feature list. Although I think once you make it to that feature list, you'll be okay. I mean, it's like once you make it to the feature list and you drop off, that's fine. It's where you don't make it to the feature list at the beginning, and then you're just you know, that's tough. Yeah, well, I don't know anything about cars, and I'd love to, like, I actually want to go to mechanic school. Like, I don't know if I want to be a mechanic. I just want to learn how to, like, that's just an example of some of the stuff that I've always wanted to learn to do, and I just haven't had the chance to do it. I'd love to learn to ride a motorcycle. Oh, interesting. Huh. You should stream car repair. Yeah, I mean, basically just diversify my life a bit. That's gonna be my main project after I finish Manifold Garden. I'd love to learn to drive a truck as well. Yeah, I mean, we, you know, I've learned to do it. It's just I don't have a car, and they're quite rare. Like, you can't even. A lot of rental places don't even have manuals anymore. So yeah, 35,000 copies, and I think that's a number that's very doable for me. I've got there's like 6,300 wish list editions, so yeah, and then one day the machines take over, and you know. We'll be back to riding horses. And just prepare myself for the inevitable robot revolution. You think I'm kidding, but just wait. Oh yes, but yeah, I love to learn to ride a motorcycle and drive a truck. Cruz, welcome, welcome. How's it going? Oh man, it is getting, you know, it was raining earlier and now it's super sunny. I think I'm gonna go to a barbecue later tonight. It's a Memorial Day weekend for those of us here in the US. Riding a horse looks pretty cool though. I mean, you can't deny that this looks cool. Oh, did you grow up on a farm? I'm sure it's not as epic as I'm pretending it to be. Extra room is facing. Yeah, well, you know, I've got a west face. I've got 3 windows behind me facing west. In the afternoon, it's brutal. Why would south be make a difference though? Because I guess because you're getting light all hours of the day. But I guess it is at least not directly. You know, actually, I was talking to a bunch of people in France, and yeah, they said it's like 27 degrees. How? Ooh, yeah. Well, you can stay inside and play video games. (28 degrees Celsius). Oh, I don't know. For those of you that are new, this is something that I just discovered, especially if you're into level design. You know, architecture is a fantastic medium to look at to get inspiration. You know, like one of the things that Frank Lloyd Wright talks that is a lot in his works, right? You can see he's kind of hiding sort of a lot of the inner rooms, like behind these columns. But one thing that is cool is there's this thing called pathway of discovery. So if you see here, I guess this is the right, I guess this is the street, but he very rarely puts the front door, you know, facing the street. Right, so you can see instead, I think this is, I'm gonna guess it's somewhere here. That's the door, so you end up having to kind of like walk through here and go in there, which is this pathway of discovery. Like it kind of makes you go around the architecture. Though I think this probably has to do with more like the 500 cars that the owner had. So anyway, I think there's a lot of really great lessons from architecture. But, you know, we were looking at a lot of pictures, just like looking on Google Image, and then somebody suggested that in SketchUp Warehouse, there's models for a bunch of these places. And man, the LOD is terrible. Look at that popping. And now this is kind of cool because then we can actually like look around and get a sense of this stuff. Yeah, see here, there's another door here, right? So again, it's not, you don't just kind of walk straight up to it. You have to go around this, which I think is very cool. Tuesday developer, I will soon. Hey, Graham. And then, so yeah, SketchUp and SketchUp 3D Warehouse. Oh, so did you know that Google sold this to Tremble or whoever makes this, which is interesting, because Trimble. This is interesting. I didn't know Google sold stuff to other people. I thought they just bought everything. You know, like why would Google sell something? It's not like they need money or don't have enough people working for them. Yeah, I know. I was surprised because I swear SketchUp used to be a Google thing. You can just get it inside the 3D Warehouse. You can get models. So you can search frontboard right. Is that one? Oh, that, you know what? This needs to be, this is a lamp design. We should make this a level. Oh, yeah, probably. Like everything else. Gotta follow the money. That gets you killed, though. Yeah, so there's a ton of stuff. Unity Temple, Falling Water. Yeah, I just kind of... I feel like I should have discovered this a long time ago, but... MC Escher, maybe, although you know, I don't take as much influence from Escher specifically. Yeah, some of these are not great, but they still, you know, it's worth a look. It's just another resource. I've not watched Rick and Morty. Like, would you really want to buy something from Google? I'd be like, wait, you guys don't want this? I don't want it. SketchUp. I was just kind of talking about how, kind of realized this yesterday, talking to people on the stream, that you can use, there's a lot of Frank Lloyd Wright models, so you can get them on SketchUp 3D Warehouse and then take a look at them in SketchUp, because before we were just using, you know, we were kind of Googling like Unity Temple and looking at the image. Now, to be fair, a lot of these models don't have the interiors, but still, it's like you can only get so much. Like I totally did not, I totally missed some of the details here. Now, I'm not sure how accurate this is, right? But just, this guy did a really good job with it, but that's, this is wonderful. Oh my God, did he do the interior as well? Now, the thing with SketchUp, though, is it does this thing where the closer you get to something, the slower it moves. Yeah, they didn't, but yeah, you can see the interior is not really done, but still. Right? Again, look at this. You see what I tell you about this pathway to discovery. Look, again, so many buildings, they would just have, this is the sidewalk, they would just put these doors right here, right? Instead, he makes you go around this, and it gives you a bit of privacy because it's like from the street you can't see the door, right? But it makes you, and he makes you go around. It's the pathway of discovery. Same thing here on the other side now, and that makes it so much more interesting. These don't count. These are back doors. It is. My game is very spiritual. What is something that you would buy as a gift to myself? Something nice that I've always wanted? Oh, man. So many things. There's not really. I mean, I'm not like a super materialistic person. I haven't bought a whole lot of things these past few years. I think I want to get more like experiences. Like I want to go to culinary school. I want to like I want to learn to drive a truck. I want to learn to ride a motorcycle. So, you know, I would buy, like, that's what I would spend money on, you know? Yeah, like that to me is much more appealing. Okay, so now I just need to figure out how to connect this. What? Oh, I don't think so. Actually, I don't even know when TwitchCon is. Did they announce the date yet? I'm not sure. Yeah, I've stopped. I haven't been paying attention to the con schedules. I probably not. I think I need to focus on development. So, okay, if it's in October, maybe. I'd have to see where the game is at. Yeah, it would have to depend on where I am with development. Did you design? I did. Well, 1 year. Huh. Wait, you're making a game as well? I saw the thing you sent me. I don't fully understand what it is. This is a game that that you play, that people control. You're making a game where people can control it in the chat. Oh, I see. It's a simulated desktop. All right, there we go. Now let's okay, let's move these guys. Let's move this down. Oh wait, so this needs to get moved up here. Okay, let's drag this over up. Ah, perfect. Whenever possible, I try to yeah, there we go. See, that looks very interesting already. Right? That looks much more interesting than this boring thing we had going. Look at that, huh? Right? Oh, and then look at this. See, this thing adds a bunch of shadows. Look at that. That's awesome. Yes, highly recommended. Yeah, you told me about him. Yeah, no, I really like his yeah, it was cool. Childish Gambino. I don't listen to a lot of contemporary music, unfortunately. Oh man, just look at that. This looks so good. Just listen to me going on and on about my own game. But seriously though, that's like, see, it's all in the details, right? Like, just, you know, this would have worked like from a mechanic standpoint, from a gameplay standpoint. This really does the same thing, but this just makes it so much more interesting. Oh, and just a quick announcement, since I know some of you already heard it a million times, but for those of you that are new, starting on Saturday, every Saturday I'm going to do this weekly show where instead of just kind of doing development, I'm actually playing through old builds of Manifold Garden and talking about how the design changed over time. So it'll be 90 minutes. You know, like afterwards, I'll probably be streaming development before and after. But just for that 90 minutes, talking about the design of the game. So, and we'll have some, special guests, other developers in Chicago who've played it, talk about how the game has changed in their perspective. So it'll cover like tech, design, everything, bits of what was going on in my life at the time. So the very first episode will be next Saturday. Interesting. I just don't like. Yeah, I've heard really great things about Houdini. It seems like it's got a pretty big learning curve. Yeah, at this point, I'm just so used to Unity. Yeah, Saber. That's the other one. That is that I've heard really great things about. I would try it. I've not used it, and that's really just because I've started using ProBuilder in summer of 2013, and at this point I'm so used to it. Right. What the fuck? There was an extra pillar here this whole time? I hate it when this happens. When did this guy get replicated? Yes, yes, do it. I'd like to. I'd love to see it. Yeah, so this is the. So do you have to go? You have to leave Unity to go inside Houdini.
And so then when he goes in to populate his game, avoid repetitive work and get a lot more game art than he would have.
Oh my god.
To all on his own.
Fuck.
Each instance of this game art has a uniqueness to it because of the way the assets are set up. Now he's currently working in Unity. So this technique works both.
God damn it. You know, sometimes with this stuff is like it's cool and then it's like
Here's a fence that also uses this technique. You could certainly model each and every one of these fences, but by using a procedural technique like this, Houdini and Houdini Engine do that work for you. So the next big question you're having right now.
it's like, man, I've been doing things the dumb way. It's tricky. Because, you know, it's like at the same time, though, I've gotten so used to this way of working. And the game is set up in a specific way. Okay, yeah, it didn't exist when I started. But still, you know, it's 200 per year. Oh, yeah, that's, I mean, right, that'll pay for itself in a day. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's like a lot of this I do need a little bit more. Well, no, there's always ways to improve your workflow. The one from Funny, right? Yeah. I even answered it. Posted in it. You might be overeating. Yeah, it's in the, I think Funny Guy started this subreddit called Game Dev Twitch. I don't drink coffee anymore. I stopped. I haven't had coffee. Well, no, I've had like maybe a cup or two, but yeah, like one or two in the last 3 months. So I used to drink 5 a day, and then I was like, man, why am I having such a hard time falling asleep at night? Maybe, just maybe, it's the 5 cups of coffee I had today. So I stopped, and now, you know, my head hits the pillow and I'm asleep like that. So I just drink a lot of tea now. But the thing I really like is matcha green tea. That stuff is amazing. I was like, who's Shaky? Man, this is the evolution of the nickname from Shakespeare to Shaky. We'd be like, why do people this like? Why are they calling you Shay? It's like a long story. Well, you can just use it. It's even better. You don't have to do the work of fixing all the bugs. And the devs are fantastic. The Pro Builder devs are awesome. Yes, but yes, I do use OBS. Man, we're almost at 4,000 followers. Currently at what is this? 3,790. What are we gonna do when we hit 4,000? Last time when we hit 3,000, we did a pickleback. Needs more detail. It's also not great because this. Interesting. Needs more detail. Oh, that is interesting. Huh. Yeah, I'm not there. I used to be like, coffee doesn't affect me, but then I stopped drinking it for a while, and It does take I do like the smell of it. I just save it now for, you know, special occasion. I really should play Stardew Valley at some point. I even own it. I think the reason why I haven't played Stardew Valley is because I'm a little afraid I'm just gonna get very addicted to it. Sad to see what? Oh my god, look at it. Look at this. The windows have a similar pattern as the columns. Limbo? You mean Inside? Play Dead? Well, you know, we've talked about it here on the stream before. You know, we've had a similar conversation here on the stream before, because there was a lot of, you know, that was kind of a controversial topic with Inside being in the IGF. And some people were saying, well, they're not indie anymore, or they shouldn't be. Yeah, they shouldn't be in the same category. But I don't think that is. I don't think that's a fruitful discussion to have, just because it's really hard to come to a satisfying answer about what is indie and what isn't. This didn't start until now. In my right arm, we had yeah, I'm just doing tea now. I never noticed like any feelings, but more. I do notice now that I don't drink coffee as much, but that I drink it once in a while. I do notice my heart rate goes up. By the way, man, there's a lot of really interesting people like Skyway. There's so many interesting people in game development, like Skyway Interactive. You mentioned you were car mechanic before, and there was this other guy, Jay. Starts with a J. Joshua is his first name. He's another viewer, is in the stream sometimes, and he was a snake breeder. Because I was talking about how I like to get a snake as a pet, and he was like, "Yeah, I have 100 snakes that I'm trying to get rid of." So yeah, it's just really hard to come up with a definition of what's indie and what isn't. Oh my god, Roby house with full interior. Oh, this is one of my this building's in my neighborhood, one of my favorite Franklin Wright buildings. This is beautiful. So yeah, you know, it's like, okay, is Play Dead not indie because Limbo did very well and they have millions of dollars? Well, I mean, you know, Hyper Light Drifter had a super successful Kickstarter where they raised $500,000 and you know, had a team of 8. That's, or not 8, but you know, 5 or 6 people full time getting paid. Oh, look at these windows. Oh my God, this guy did the interior. Oh man, look at this. Oh, so this is the one where they talk about the pathway to discovery. So there's again, like, you see this? This is the sidewalk, right? But you can't see, but the front entrance. So this is the garage. The front entrance is like, where is it? It's here. Right. He also got around. There was some like city regulation about how your house needs to be like X distance away from the sidewalk, right? So it needs to be, so you can't like build a house, you can't build a house and have it come up to right here. Frank Lloyd Wright sort of found a loophole with it because what he did was he put the so this cantilever, like it's supposed to be back here, but, well, not supposed to, but he put it much farther out and just said that, well, the house, the part that counts as the house is really the interior, so this is fine. Oh, this guy, look at this guy. So this is one of my favorite features in this house is these drawers. I don't know if I'll be able to get did he build the drawers? Yeah, let's see if he didn't do them. So he might not have built them, he might not have gotten them, but this is in the bedroom. They had these drawers here, they were flush against the wall, so it didn't stick out. And the reason for this is because the drawers actually went into here. It went into this little like what do you call it? Like you can plant flowers here, but it was so that meant that it was like the drawers were flush against the wall, and then you pull out and it's like 3 feet. Was this a talk? Are you talking about like what I'm saying right now? I took a tour of the Roby house, and this is just what they told me. But yeah, look at this. This is another really awesome feature. Look at that. This is the fireplace. Look at that. He actually had to like design this weird chimney where the smoke goes up to the sides because Wright wanted to maintain this line of sight. Right? But look at that. Look at this. Oh, he's actually done a really, really great job. Now, I actually believe that this had some of these actually had a pattern to it. But overall, this game did a very good job. Yeah, we're touring the Roby house. This is the basement. Yeah, wow, he's got that too. Yeah, no, that is again, look at this door, right? He makes you go around. All right, so I'm trying to think about like what can I get from this to make this part a little bit more interesting. Yeah, so anyway, back to the sort of definition of indie. It's hard to draw a line, you know. You know, you can work with an indie publisher. Sometimes people say, okay, well, if you don't have a publisher, well, you know, Devolver Digital is an indie publisher. If you work with them or if they give you money, are you still indie? I mean, I think so. But yeah. So anyway, it's just really hard to come up with a definition. But yeah, and even when you can agree on something, you know, like I think everybody would agree, Firewatch is an indie game, and I would think so. I agree too, but they did have a publisher, and they had like an indie dream team. Mm-hmm. So. I don't even know if it's good to be called an indie game anymore. It seems to be a lot of negativity around it. Hey, Sean. Yeah, I know. I want to be, I want people to call me a AAA game. Oh, come on. But, yeah, and you know, I think ultimately consumers don't care about that, right? People just want to play good games. AAA, yeah, we see AAA indie a lot. Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, a AAA indie or triple I, double A. Oh yeah, James. They're wonderful people, James and Shell. But you know, they've been making games for a long time. No. I think he's not saying that that's what indie is. It's just sort of the. I think if you were to ask the average Steam user, that's like what they would say. You know, not that it is just the good relaxing movie. Yeah, see, I have no idea. Maybe like 2 capital A's and 1 lowercase a. So yeah, anyway, I think that trying to come up with a definition just is not a useful exercise. Just make the game that you want to make, and you know, set up your business structure in whatever way is necessary to get that done, I guess. Oh, that looks sick. You see, the reason why I'm doing this is I want to avoid flat surfaces. Lots of flat surfaces is bad. Oh, Groundhog Day is a good one, yeah. Bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum ba-da-ba-da-ba-da bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 bum. Have I watched The Wolf of Wall Street? I have. And again, the movie's good. Name my favorite indie movie. Where to start? Chungking Express. Children of Men is amazing. It's a little too close to home now, though, you know? You're like, is this a documentary? I find, honestly, if you want to watch something and relax, I think TV is much better for that. Just get straight to the point. Yeah, that is a little more interesting. You know what? Nah, let's not go overboard. Well, you can change gravity, so you just go around it. I mean, movement in the game is not really a huge hurdle. I need a tool that can, like, replicate a whole bunch of stuff. What? Snaky. Is Snaky referring to me? Alright, guys, let me take a quick... I'm gonna just take a quick break. I'll be right back. Quick 5 minutes break. Quick 5-minute break. Alright. Okay, there we go. I was just testing the sound. Oh, we're back. Pink Floyd. Someone to make an album based off this cover. Hey, Ezra, thanks for the auto host. No, it is not Monday for me. I think it's a requirement for every 15-year-old boy to have a Pink Floyd poster in the room. They were very, very popular in college. Okay, that's cool. I like that. Yeah, this is looking great. Alright, you know what, let's hit play since it's been a while. It's okay. You're reminding me I need to go outside. Look at some green. Oh, you know, I've never... Is this a... Which Pink Floyd album is this? It's funny, I don't go by Willie anymore. I did at one point, and so it's always weird when people call me Willie, because then it's like a flash from the past. Life, what is it? Blast from the past. Momentary lapse of reason? Oh, interesting. Hey, super cool ninja. Yeah, it's the burden of being William or Robert. You have the life cycle. Have you guys seen this? I'm here. 10 more years and oh yeah, yeah. No. Well aware. I'm gonna go by Bill. 10 more years, I'm gonna start going by Bill. Hey, what's up, BioQuake? All right, you know what? I want to wrap up this. I want to make sure to wrap up this level. Because, you know, the thing is, I can keep adding details until the cows come home. So, oh man, that is looking so good, huh? Oh yeah, we need to add some details inside as well. I'm not even... My icon? I've always had a black and white avatar. Oh! Ha! I see. Oh, I didn't realize Twitch Twitch makes it black and white. Ah. I do not have a color version of that picture. It's always been black and white. Hey, Sky Dreamer. How's it going? Okay, let's I'm gonna start moving now. Okay, I think this upper area is pretty much done. Yeah, then I gotta update all my pictures. Updating your avatar is like changing your name, man. It's not something you do lightly. I didn't realize that was a thing to consider. There we go. Okay. Do I think nuclear energy is the future? I'm not sure. I am not the right person to ask. Hate to break it to you, but I am not an energy expert. I'm just a dude making an indie game in my living room. Ja Rule. You gotta ask Ja Rule about that. Oh, that looks so good. Okay, that looks great. Let's see. Well, I've been streaming for about 3 hours, so I might take a break soon. I'll probably be back in the evening again. Nowadays, I basically stream whenever I'm working. So it ends up being about 2-3 hour sessions per day. Sometimes more, sometimes less. Alright guys, actually, let's now I think now would be a good time to wrap up the stream. It's 4:30. It's 3 o'clock. I gotta go buy some trash bags. We're out of them. Boom 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 boom. Alright, if you like the stream, you should follow the channel. And for those of you that missed it, we are going to be doing a weekly show that's a little different from the regular development streams. It'll be 30 minutes every Saturday, 1 p.m. Central Time, 1900 hour UTC, and I'm going to be playing through old builds of Manifold Garden. So we're going to do it in chronological order, and we'll be starting with the game in November 2012, and as I play through them, I'll talk about kind of what I was thinking at the time and how ideas evolved over time. So if you're interested in game design, I think this should be a fun show to catch. And I'll of course talk about how the tech of the game changed as well. So yeah, anyway, that'll be the first episode will be next Saturday, June 3rd. So hopefully you guys can all make it to that. Alright, and I am going to turn over to, let's see, I have not hosted Game Dev Company in a long time, so I am going to send you all over to them. They are making spell effects using Photoshop. Yes, we should, I like to think that I'm a fun dude to talk about that kind of stuff with. Anyway, I'll see you all later. Have a great rest of the weekend. Bye-bye.